A very good day to Miss Donna. I am Muhamad Khawarizmi Bin Mohamad Ali from TESOL SK2, and I will read my digital storybook entitled The Man Who Promised a Miracle. The stars were still shining. The world was asleep. But Cristiano had promises he wanted to keep. With a ball at his feet and the moon for a light, he practiced his dreams in the middle of night. The work you put in when the people can't see is the path to the person you destined to be. But the journey got hard on a cold Madrid night when the mountain they climbed was a terrible hike. 2 goals behind, and the world whispered, "No." But Masi, his coach, saw the internal glow as they walked from the field through the dark and the rain. Masi said, "Believe through the loss and the pain." Oh, believe in the miracle. Believe in the play. The sun's gonna rise on a brand new day. He knelt by young Leo, who stood at the gate, and told him, "Dear boy, it is never too late. The story's not over. So dry up your eyes. A champion falls, but a champion will rise." He sat with young Junior and looked in his soul. "I promise you, son, I will reach for our goal. In the very next game, 3 times I will score. We'll give every ounce till we can't give no more." Junior he smiled, for he knew very well his father had stories of triumph to tell. The gym was his palace, the sweat was his crown. He lifted and sprinted and wouldn't sit down. Miracles don't just appear from the air. They're built with your effort and every heart's prayer. Stronger and faster with every heartbeat. He wouldn't accept any test of defeat. The lights of Turin were a shimmering sea. "The mountain is high," said Giorgio with a plea. Cristiano just smiled as he took Giorgio's hand. "Then we will climb it together, the best in the land." Into the tunnel, the thunder grew loud, ready to shine for the black and white crowd. The whistle, it blew, and the tiger was free. He jumped for a cross that was something to see. He soared like an eagle. He walked on the air. With a snap of his head, the first goal was there. The crowd gave a roar like the crashing of waves. For the man who is bold is the man who God saves. One more in the air. Oh, the timing was right. He rose like a hammer, a glorious sight. The second goal flew, and the score was all tied. He ran to Coach Masi with joy and with pride. The impossible dream was now within reach, with the lessons that only a struggle can teach. The clock was ticking. The moment was near. A penalty kick. It was silent with fear. Cristiano stood lonely, the ball at his feet, remembering the promises he had to meet. He breathed in the air and he struck. It's so true. 3 goals for the man who did what he'd do. The whistle blew final. The miracle done. The battle was over. The victory won. He handed the ball to young Leo and said, "Keep all of these wonderful dreams in your head. Work hard and believe, and you will find it is true. The miracle, little one, lives inside you." This is my second digital storybook entitled The Boy Who Chased the Wind. In the valley of Oakhaven, where the tall grasses sway, young Elias would run at the start of each day. His feet were like lightning, his heart like a drum. He'd race through the fields till his muscles grew numb. His coach, a wise woman named Nadia, would cheer. "The speed of your soul is what conquers all fear." The Great Valley Trophy was the prize to be won, and Elias was leading beneath the bright sun. But a treacherous root caught the edge of his shoe, and down to the dirt. Poor Elias. Then flew Stephen, his rival, went darting right by, as Elias looked up with a tear in his eye. The doctors all sighed, and they shook their grey heads. "You must stay in your chair. You must stay in your bed." The fire in Elias felt cold and quite small as he leaned his bruised frame against the white clinic wall. Coach Nadia sat near him and whispered so low, "A setback is just where the best story grow." At home, in the garden, the weeds drifted slow. He watched all the other kids run to and fro. His sister, young Mira, brought a gift to his side, a small wooden runner with arms open wide. "I carved this for you," Mira said with a grin, "because I still know that a champion's within." The training was grueling. The progress was slight. He practiced his balance from morning till night in the dusty old gym while the village was still. He fought through the ache with the strength of his will. Coach Nadia pushed him to stand and to flex. "The work that you do is what happens the next." When the seasons had turned and the frost met the floor, Elias stepped out through the heavy oak door. He leaped and he stumbled, then started to jog. Through the morning time, mist and the grey valley fog, Mira rode on her bike, keeping pace by his side. Keep going, big brother, she shouted with pride. The rain started falling, a cold, heavy drench. Most runners would hide on a warm indoor bench, but Elias was out. The heavens were grey, chasing the shadows of his former way. Coach Nadia held a bright lamp in the dark as they circled the puddles that covered the park. The day of the big race finally arrived to see if the dream of the runners survived. The mountain was jagged, the trail was quite steep, but Elias had promises he had to keep. Mira reached up and she straightened his shirt. Just leave all your worries right here in the dirt. The whistle blew loud, and the runners took flight up toward the summit in the golden sunlight. Halfway up the mountain, his knee started to burn, and Stephen took lead at the very last turn. The ghost of the fall whispered, "Give up and rest." But Elias felt something beat deep in his chest. Remember the mornings, remember the rain. Coach Nadia's voice echoed over the bank. She stood on a boulder and waved a white flag. As Elias' spirit began just to sag, the miracle isn't the trophy you hold, it's the heart of the boy who refuses to fall. He surged like a river, he rose like a flame, forgetting the hurt and forgetting the shame. He crossed the high finish, his hands in the air, finding a strength that he didn't know was there. Mira ran to him and gave him a hug. "You did it!" she cried with a playful small tug. A young girl named Zoe sat down on the track. She tripped on a stone and she couldn't get back. Elias knelt down and he took her small hand. The wisest and strongest young man in the land. The story's not over, so dry up your eyes. A champion falls, but a champion will rise.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, what